Welcome to the Island Princess and our Oktoberfest cruise of Northern Europe. Honfleur was first occupied by Vikings when they invaded the north of Gaul in the 9th century. Their colony was known as the Land of the Northmen, or Normandy. It thrived throughout the 13th, 14th, and 15th centuries as an important trading post and harbor, from which 17th century voyages of colonization to America were launched. The old harbor and city center were untouched by World War II. Lined with 16th to 18th century townhouses, this setting has been a subject for artists including Claude Monet and native son Eugène Boudin. Nearby is 15th century St. Catherine's Church, a vaulted timber structure erected by shipwrights. Naturally, we found a patio cafe for a late brunch treat. Our son Mark and I visited Honfleur in June on our father-son trip, so it was fun to show Sherry around these parts before a country road took us back to our ship for a delightful evening and a full sea day all the next day.
Take me home, country road. I hear a voice in the morning, now's it call me. Ready to go, reminds me of my home. This was the moment.
Germany's second largest city, Hamburg, was founded in the 9th century. It's been an important European trading center since the Middle Ages, but was virtually destroyed in 1943 by Allied bombers. Today, we see a modern, robust city with more canals than Amsterdam and one of the largest port operations in Northern Europe. Speicherstadt is the world's largest integrated warehouse complex, built in 1883 on oak pilings. Germany's finest Baroque-style church, St. Michael's, still stands. Originally built in 1648 to 1661, it was rebuilt in 1912 and then again after the war. The face of central Hamburg is now made up of two beautiful lakes called Outer Alster and Inner Alster, which feed into the Elbe River just south of city center. We took great delight in simply enjoying the magnificent lake views while sipping hot chocolate.
went aloft and furled the mainsail in a blow. And when the yards broke off, they said that I got killed, but I am living still. I was a dam builder, a gambler, he broke even, but in his final words I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold. Sing with me. Know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. That I came to travel upon a road that was thrones and another place, another grace would save me. You are the sun, I am the moon, you are the words I am.
It's not what's right, sir. Oh, life is juicy, and you see, I gotta have my fight, sir. So get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I simply gotta march, my heart's a drummer. Don't bring around the clouds, you're ready or not. I gotta fly one side, I'll try one, so we can die one right, sir. Oh, life is juicy.
Aarhus is also Denmark's second largest city. Its name came from Old Danish Aros, meaning mouth of the river. City rights were dated July 2nd, 1441. Most of our time ashore was spent driving along the East Jutland coast to Ebeltoft. Ebeltoft's charter was granted in 1301, and the site is now part of Miles Mountain National Park. The old village boasts cobblestone lanes lined with hollyhock and traditional half-timbered houses. Our visit was a great introduction to the Danish culture. Copenhagen was our playground for the day. Founded in 1167 by Bishop Absalon, it became Denmark's capital during the 15th century. It's no wonder the Danes have such a haggy or happy life here. Our Copenhagen tour offered something for everyone. A visit to the Opera House included a view where we could also see Marble Church and Royal Palace. After driving past Travois Gardens and the new harbor area with its canal, colorful buildings, and wooden ships, we made a photo stop at the Little Mermaid. Just outside the capital city, we strolled through the cobblestone streets and colorful houses of Drager. Founded as a fishing village in the 1100s, Drager remained a fishing port for centuries. It has a Dutch influence because the Danish king invited Dutch farmers to live in the area and to supply food for the royal family in the 16th century. Most of the charming yellow houses were built in the 18th century. Courageous dragger fishermen used their boats to help over 700 Danish Jews escape to Sweden during the time of the Nazi occupation. Gothenburg is the second largest city in Sweden after the capital, Stockholm. Founded in 1621 by King Gustavus Adolphus, Gothenburg soon established itself as a commercial fishing and shipbuilding hub, and later as a leader in transportation innovation. Oslo was founded as a city at the end of the Viking Age in 1040 under the name of Anslo, and established as a trading place in 1048. Now, the hub of Norwegian trade, banking, industry, and shipping, it's a bustling mass of humanity and the second most expensive city in the world, behind Tokyo. Lunch today was at Theatre Cafe with Norwegian native and old acquaintance Britt from our Winchester, Virginia days. It was really great catching up and spending some time together. The day was topped off with a leisurely cityscape walk back to the ship. dam was built in 1270 on the Rot River, and the area became known as Rotterdam. Rotterdam's Delfhaven neighborhood is where we found the oldest 17th century structures still standing. Everything else was virtually destroyed by the Luftwaffe on May 14, 1940. Today, a modern port city has evolved with a widely diverse population. We love people watching from our Market Center vantage point, and again in the afternoon at the old Holland American Port headquarters and hotel patio restaurant. Hundreds of thousands of European immigrants migrated to the United States and Canada from this port in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Another fascinating piece of Rotterdam's history.
From the day we arrived on the planet and blinking stepped into the sun, there is more to see that can never be seen, more to do that can never. Till we find our place on that path unwinding in the circle of life. Narizita, Sia Bonga Baba. Till we find our place on that path unwinding in the circle of
From Zeebrugge Port, we chose to study Flemish culture and architecture of the 15th through 19th centuries by visiting the old village of Remkapelle, the medieval town of Dam, and Castle Liepum, all within the Bruges area. Town Hall stands in a quaint market square. Originally constructed in 1241, the building boasts a tower with 25 bells and a timepiece from 1459, believed to be Belgium's oldest. Our Lady's Church, built in 1225, and St. John's Hospital, Chapel, and Infirmary dating to 1249 are in their original condition and among Dam's most renowned monuments. Built between 1859 and 1862, Lapham Castle has castle-like towers, impressive parapets, and pointed Gothic arch windows, making it a masterpiece of Gothic Revival architecture. Its richly decorated and furnished interior houses a treasure trove of art, glass, and statuary depicting a life of wealth and privilege in the old Flemish countryside. German officers occupied the castle during World War I, and King Albert I held political meetings here November the 11th through the 14th of 1918 to determine the political future of Belgium after the war. With fresh Belgium chocolates in hand, we headed back for a final evening of grateful celebration aboard our Island Princess home. We would be back in Southampton by daybreak, and soon on our way to Charlotte by way of London Heathrow and American Airlines. This Princess Cruise adventure served up enriching activities and the best yet of dining pleasure and entertainment venues. We immersed ourselves in the rich cultural tapestry of each port, from the vibrant streets of Honfleur and historic charm of Hamburg to the beauty of Copenhagen and amazing landscapes of Gothenburg, Rotterdam, and Belgium's Flemish countryside. We found the perfect blend of exploration, relaxation, and discovery. On board, we were pampered like royalty. Impeccable medallion-class service, along with best yet cuisine and entertainment, were fit for a princess or a prince. While Sherry relaxed and often read for pleasure, my days at sea were spent either in the sauna, atrium pool, or hot tubs with a beverage in hand. There was always time for good conversation. Evenings began with cocktails in the Wheelhouse Lounge, with great music, followed by dinner and some class acts in the Princess Theater. What's next, you ask? We'll board a 14-day Caribbean East-West cruise adventure departing Fort Lauderdale February 15th, 2025, on the spectacular new Sun Princess. This next-generation vessel is still under construction and will launch in the summer of 2024. Here's a toast to the joy of connecting with people, places, and cultures in faraway places as we look forward to new excursions and delightful sunsets from our next Princess balcony.